Morning, guys. This is Corey Probst at the Diet Doc, and it's Monday, and I'm super excited about that. How about you? Are you ready to rock your Monday? Are you ready to rock your week? Are you ready to rock this hour, rock this moment? Today's topic is all about the meh. You know that feeling, that I look at that feeling as avoidance. Underneath avoidance, there can be a little bit of fear, some trepidation, a lack of recognition that there is something that we need to move on that is important, but we may not know what that is yet or have not deliberately identified what it is. So the meh and that feeling of overwhelm. I work with a lot of clients, obviously, and when they come to me with that meh feeling, underneath it, like I mentioned earlier, is often a sense of overwhelm, and there hasn't been any conscious reflection about what is causing it. So let me talk to you a little bit about an email that I received from one of my mentees. She said, "Hi, I hope you're having an amazing day." And by the way, I love that an individual who is still kind of struggling a little bit. Okay, we all struggle, right? Anyone who has a big goal, a big dream, a big aspiration, they're gonna struggle. Expect it. She's struggling, but she starts her email off in a very positive way. "I hope you're having an amazing day," she said. "I did an email last week." She's taking some responsibility here. "I did log some stuff," she said, "but it felt like a very off week for me. I've been trying to formulate words to share this with you," she said, "but the best I can come up with is meh." Spelled M-E-H, meh. I just feel meh. My diet feels meh. Everything just feels meh. "I'm just in a funk," she said. "I logged today and I have great plans for the day. I was over and I would say, okay, I will try better tomorrow, but each day got progressively worse over this past week," she said. I just really don't know. I don't know." Okay, these are key words. "This week I'm back on it. I'm tracking closer. I'm planning. And I have my meals all lined out for the week. I still feel personally off, though. I feel emotional. And I don't know a trigger about why I feel this way." She's looking for that reason underneath it. "I'm overwhelmed with a lot going on." Just kind of answering her own question there. "Very frustrated that I feel a bit off in this area right now." She says, "I'm learning a lot from you and from the classroom materials, but I'm having a hard time understanding how to bring some of these topics and concepts into practice." I love that she can say that. "So right now I'm not consistent in tracking my macros," she said. So her self-monitoring is a bit off, and not just in her food tracking area, but obviously there are some steps that I can guide her towards that will help her to feel more on track in just her motivational area as well. She said, "Thanks for listening. I'm still here. This is important. I'm just trying to figure it all out and stay on track through the meh." So here we have an individual who is feeling her motivation just kind of decline throughout the week, and as it gets progressively lower, she's feeling more frustrated, she's feeling off, she's getting closer and closer to that meh. And as I'm reading her email, I'm just thinking, this is all about mindset. This is all about a shift in attitude. And it's not just about attitude here and how am I going to think about the situation and dedicate myself to that, but are there certain strategies and tactics that she can be using on a daily basis that's going to get her back to feeling like she has that high performance, like emotional, I'm going to call it volatility, like that emotional spark again that she can sustain, and do that physiologically too. So we've got above the neck and below the neck, and they go together. So if she's just sitting at a desk all day long and taking 0 breaks, scheduled breaks, or thinking about how she's transitioning from one task to another, for example, she's going to feel meh. She's going to get to the end of the day and she's going to wonder, did I do anything that was aligned with my biggest priorities in life, the things that are most important to me? So, I went straight here. I said, you don't really need to know the trigger. We don't always need to look for the big, why am I feeling this way? We could spend years and years and years and waste a lot of moments and a lot of time trying to figure out what's underneath it and tease all that apart. And guess what that leads to? Just a big, fat, huge amount of procrastination where we're not taking any steps to move forward, right? So you don't need to know what your trigger is. There doesn't always have to be a reason that we need to get to make the next best, most wise choice. Thinking that we do is a great way to just stall out, stay in that rut, not move ahead. You guys like spinning your wheels? You like just going through the motions? Okay, that's oftentimes what asking why can lead to. I said if you're overwhelmed and you have a lot going on, here's one suggestion. Sit down, get out a sheet of paper, draw columns on that paper, and list each area that she has in her head. Okay? Relationship. Perhaps something is going on in her current intimate partnership that needs addressing, that's causing that sense of overwhelm, and it's bleeding into other areas of her life. Nutrition, exercise, work, family. She needs to get it out of her head and stop ruminating about it. Get it out, put it on paper, write it down, ask, what am I perceiving the problem to be? And I told her, don't censor it, just write. Put those columns. What are the main, very important things that she's perceiving need her attention? Then she can consolidate and pick one step in each area. And I ended with this. I said, the other thing is, because she said, I'm just trying to figure it all out. We don't need to figure it all out. We don't need to figure it all out right now. The positive thing about that is she believes she can. Okay? That's the confidence that someone who is going to move forward with a high-powered motivation needs. Okay? She does not need to figure it all out right now. She just needs one step. And to believe that she can figure it out. Because then she'll take that one step. Okay? And then she'll have another choice to make. She'll make that choice. She'll take one step. And then she's developing confidence. So I said, after you write it all down, ask what parts are actually important for me to act on right now. Okay? Because a lot of us who really have things that we want to succeed with take on far too much stuff. Okay? We let other people's priorities get stuck on us. Okay? Now we're spending all of our time helping not saying it's bad to help other people. I'm asking her and I'm asking you to ask yourselves, what is my priority here? What is very important for me to be able to work on every single day? And am I putting my attention on that? Am I allowing my attention to land on that every single day so that I can feel like I'm making that progress? So I encourage you guys to take some of these tips home with you. I'm going to continue throwing them at you, and I'd love to hear from you about how they are working out. But you need to believe you can figure it out. You do not have to have it all figured out right now. That's the point, guys, of focusing on the process. It's through the process that you're going to learn. And the other thing she did very well is she reached out to me. And she said this: I'm her coach, okay? Everyone needs a coach. I've hired coaches before. I'm considering hiring another one now. We all need coaches because the highest performers, they socialize their process, okay? They verbalize and talk about what they're doing, where they're struggling. They get advice. But don't ask 10 million people what to do, okay? Then you're allowing a whole bunch of stuff to stick to you again, and you get into that overwhelmed place again, and it's very difficult to prioritize. So hire someone who knows what they're doing. Hire someone who shows that high level of success, okay? And can genuinely point you in the right direction when you start feeling all discombobulated and in that meh place. We all hit it. It's just having the tactics and the strategies, the knowledge, and knowing how to apply that knowledge when you recognize it's hitting you. Because you can get out of it like that. You absolutely can. All right, guys, go rock your day. Talk to you soon.